Hello friends, now let us take up the concept number 8.8, difference between equality operator and the equals method. In the previous concepts, I explained this one conceptually. Now we are experimenting all the points in this program to crystallize our knowledge. One thing I want to tell you once again, in order to understand this concept 100%, to crystallize the understanding, you should have the knowledge of some concepts which we will discuss in future. That's why after my explanation also you may have some abstraction over this. Don't worry about that. What extent you can understand through this program, that extent you understand. Thereafter, in forthcoming chapters, when I explain the future concepts, all your doubts, all your abstraction is wiped off, and you can have a clear knowledge over this, and you can register. But you cannot postpone it. Every time, for the sake of integrity, we have to learn whatever is possible. Whatever is not possible, like a thumb rule, we learn, and thereafter, whenever time comes, we learn everything. The basic thing is here I can, until and unless I explain inheritance, I cannot explain uh, about object class properly. So here the role of object class is very important, and that's why you may have little abstraction. Don't worry about that, and you can clearly understand this. As I told you, strings are created in two different areas, two different memory locations. One is called string pool, second one is called heap. Heap is also known as free store. That first, that point you must remember. Why the special status is given to only strings? There are numerous types of objects. Why Java has given a special status for string objects? That may be your question. For that, what I am telling you is, string is a special type of object. It is immutable. Immutable means not changeable. Once you create a string, then its a size, neither its a size nor its content can be changed. Because of that, because of this feature, lot of garbage is created. In the previous concepts, I gave a simple explanation about the garbage. If we have to concatenate one simple string, a set of strings, then lot of garbage, lot of useless objects are created. So they eat away all the memory. Then if such process is continued, we never get memory for our current use. That is the reason. Gradually you can understand. Whenever I explain garbage collection, you can understand that concept. So here, in order to mitigate the effect of garbage, the string pool memory is created. Because of string pool memory, that problem can be uh, averted. Now, how it is possible? Just I show you. Next, as far as string pool is concerned, now if you use new operator, it is created on heap only. Without using new operator, if you create a string, it creates on string pool. That is the basic point what you have to understand. And one second point is, for one type of content, for same content or same string, only one string object is created, and it may have n number of references. Suppose here we are talking about a string ABC, that contents are ABC. So you may create 100 strings with the same content ABC with uppercase. Then only one string object is created on string pool. All 100 are shown as references to that point you have to understand. Okay. Now here now come to equality operator. Equality operator means this one. Actually, in this context, one more thing I have to tell you. Actually, mathematically, assignment operator is called equal to. Here, for the sake of differentiation, here in Java, you can find two types of operators. One is this, second one is this. In order to avert confusion in our pronunciation, what to do? Single equal to, double equal to. Single equal to means assignment operator. Double equal to means equality operator. So you can avoid the confusion, because from our childhood we have been working with the equal to, then we call it as equal to only. Equal to only. Suddenly, if you have to call with a different name, it is difficult. That means the name is not so simple. Assignment operator, not so simple. That's why, in order to avoid confusion in our pronunciation, then what you do? You can call it as single equal to and double equal to operators. Okay. Now, equality operator is meant for, is used on strings to check the equality of the reference. Here two things are there: reference, object reference, and object. Two things are there. So we can compare object references, we can compare the object. Object means you have to understand content. Illustratively, it is like a paper part of the kite and string. String is like object reference, and kite is like the object. That point always remember, then confusion can be averted. Now let us come to this program. String S1, where it is created? Obviously, we didn't use new. That's why it is created on string pool. Okay, S1 ABC is created. Next, S2 ABC, same content, other string S2 we have created. S2 is created, and what I told you, for the same content, only one string is created on string pool. Okay. Now next one, S3 new string ABC, but here new we have used. So where it is created? Obviously it is created on heap, not on string pool. Okay, content is same, but ABC is created on heap. Okay, now S4, this is one way of concatenating strings. A string, B string, C string together are concatenated and ABC is formed. Where it is formed, where it is stored, actually there is no new. That's why where it is stored, it should be stored on string pool. As a result of that, already ABC is available. That's why this also points ABC. Okay, now one object, three references, S1, S2, S4. S3 is on heap, but content is same. Okay, first we understand this fact, and thereafter let us apply equal to, equality and equals operators. Now S1, S2, actually equality operator compares the equality of the references. Equality of the references. Now you see, S1 and S2 are S1 and S2 are referring the same object. So what is the result? This is true. Equality of operator, equality of the reference, both are referring same. That's why it is true. Now S2 and S3, S2 and S3, S2 is referring this and S3 is referring other object. Content may be same. Suppose your age is 20, your friend's age is also 20. That's why you both are not treated as one. Your age is 20, your friend's age is also 20. So here content may be same, but it is on string pool, this is on heap. So their content is equal, but references are different. So what is this? S2 is referring that ABC, and S3 is referring this ABC. As a result of that, this is false. Next, S3, S4. S3 is referring this ABC and heap, S4 is referring that thing. So obviously this is false. This is false. and S1, S4. S1, S1 is referring this, S4 also is referring this. So, this is true. I will explain equals method. Equals method is the instance method defined for object class. Object is the forefather of all the Java classes. That's why string is one of the Java classes. That's why it can inherit equals class from object class. That point already explained to you. You can inherit your father's and forefathers properties. As if they are your own, you can use them. In the same way, S1, all these string objects can use equals method as if they define, as if it is their own. Okay. Equals method is meant for comparing the content of the object. Comparing the content of the object, that point you have to understand. This is comparing the reference of the object, now comparing the content of the object. Now we see S1 equals S2, wherever it may be defined. Now S1 is ABC and S2 also ABC. So, what is that? Result true. Now S2 equals S3, S2 ABC, S3 also content wise. So, this is also true. Next, S3 equals S4, S3 equals S4, content wise both are equal. True. True. Next, S1 equals S4, S1 ABC, S4 also ABC. This is true. In this manner, you have to understand, you try to find out the difference. Trying to find out the difference, simple thumb rule. Equality operator compares the equality of the string references, and equals operator, equals method compares the content of the string. That point you have to understand, and many times I will explain different contexts, then you can crystallize this, and this knowledge is very, very important. And if you write any international certification like OCA or OCP, you definitely can find some questions on that. So, you try to understand thoroughly, and after studying this, if you have still any doubt, reasonable doubt, just like that, don't ask doubt, and you mail to us, and we respond to that immediately.